we already live? Dang. Cool, cool. All right, just gonna be knowing in there for a second. Let me get this shared. Be nice if chat would load. I have no chat. Why do I not have chat? Yo, there we go. Now I can see some chat. Can I pop this out? Yeah. What up, Jackson Duck? All right. Sorry, I'm getting things set up. Not used to these random streams, but I want to see today. I need some music for me, not for you, because then I'll get in trouble. But for me, let's see. Make sure I have it muted. Let's see. Help if I had this in the right speakers. There we go. All right. Hopefully you guys don't hear this. Suspension. I don't have suspension working in this build. This is the same build you guys have. I'm just going to go for times. I could maybe show. Nah, I don't know if I want to show it yet. Still a work in progress, and it's kind of meh. But maybe later. Well, I kind of want to. I need to do more testing, so it could be that I test it more in front of you guys later after I do this. Really annoyed that this other thing is not showing my chat. Oh well, it's fine. Nah, it's cool, dude. We'll show suspension. Actually, let's just do it now since you're here. I gotta open up Unity and do some things. Give me a minute. Can you guys see? No. All right. Let's discard this. Pull the new changes. Open Unity. I need to test it anyway, so might as well just do it with you guys. What up, everybody? We're gonna look at the new suspension real quick, and then I'm gonna go grind times on Siggy. I'm only streaming on YouTube today. I might do TikTok later, but I didn't want to do them at the same time. And TikTok, it just gets overwhelming, and it's just people asking the same 3 questions over and over. So I'm gonna do a YouTube stream, and then we're gonna try cutting this up into kind of cut it up into highlights and make like a YouTube mid-length video out of it, I guess. Unity's starting up. It's taking a while. Let's see. How can I change? I guess we can go like this. I don't have my setup really dialed in yet for one person streaming, but it's all right. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. Sup, Goose Fraba. Just opening up Unity. I think, guys, this will actually be helpful that I can get your guys' feedback as well, because I have some first impressions of the suspension, but I want to make sure I'm not wrong. So I would love your guys' honest opinions here. Let me get this going. All right, here we go. It's very jank. There's still things, like we do have a third-person camera, but it's messed up. The back tire is not centered. There's things wrong with it. So, but you can see the front moving. I think one thing that's also, ignore the rider position. Zach said it's all jacked up and it won't be fixed until the new rider's done, because this rider's very limited. But you can definitely see some suspension movement there. It looks to me like the suspension is moving up into the bike instead of the bike moving down into the suspension, if that makes sense. So I don't know if that's what's actually happening. But I'm going to just try to go slow so you can like see and crouch down so you can see it moving. My first impressions is that it's way too chattery and it's moving too quickly. I know this looks weird, but I'm just like, I'm crouching on purpose so you guys can get a better view of it. But I mean, right? Guys, it's moving way too quickly, right? Am I the only one who thinks that? It's just like, you know? So I think that needs to be smoothed out. I love the wrist, dude. The broken wrist. He's like he's on a, like an ape hanger. He's just like, anyway, let's go run a race with it just so you guys can see it in like full motion. But I definitely think the jump kind of has changed a little, maybe. Let me restart. But yeah, I definitely think Duck says need to crank on that compression. Really fast, smooth. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. But let's see it over some text stuff. I'm going to crouch down again. Just kind of let it do its thing. It's hard to see it too because of all the bounciness and how unsmooth the camera is. But yeah, I think good first start here, but I definitely think it's too quick. I don't know suspension terms. I'm like not the gear guy. Like I've never been the dude who like cared about all the knot. Like I literally dropped my bike off at Rad Dog and tell Richie, I don't know, fix it up. I don't know how to do much other than like change a flat tire. I'm horrible. So I don't know the difference between compression, rebound. I mean, all that stuff is like rocket science to me. But in layman's terms, I feel like it moves too quickly. I love the broken wrist though. Check this out. A little sneak preview of this, huh? Very janky work in progress. Lots of like, this is just a very early unfinished version of third person, but like throw some whips just to see what it looks like. I mean, for just like throwing it in quickly, I don't think it looks that bad. Let's try a spin. The rider looks kind of silly, but I can't wait till the new rider's in. Whoop, hit a tree. Let's try a scrub right here. Ooh, that scrub was kind of cool, actually. Can we get back to like... Let's just do the jump line real quick with third person, and then I'm going to switch to the real build, and we will work on getting a fast time. What up, Brent Goes Fast? Who else is in here? I want to read what all you guys are saying about the suspension. Is this a new build, or do you have anything new loaded? What I'm playing in right now is Unity. So this is what Zach just pushed today. Work in progress stuff. Who knows if he even wanted me showing this, but we do what we do. Oh yeah, there's another thing where like the rider disappears. I don't really know how to bring him back. So now we've got a half a rider. But anyway, I wanted to catch up on chat. Hold on. Maybe a bit quick, but I think it needs to be a decent speed. For sure, not slow. It's very fast. Touch smooth juice, yeah. Oh, Maverick's wrists and crank. Didn't have that on my bingo card. Yeah, dude, don't worry, that'll get fixed. Yeah, it's just a spring. It needs compression and rebound values. Okay. Duck says definitely moves too quickly and too easily. Okay, good feedback. Duck doesn't look that bad. Sensor speed looks pretty good in third person, especially for a first run at it. Yeah, it's not so bad. Once we get like some visual effects and like speed blurs and motion blur and other things, it'll look nice. The bike looks too big for the rider. Yeah, the rider and all that's going to get fixed up. It probably is too big. Hunting a sick map in Trackmania, so might not chat, but definitely listening. Okay, cool, Tails, thanks. All right, let's check this out real quick. I know the rider's half gone now, and I don't know how to fix that. But I kind of want to just throw some whips and just kind of see what it looks like in third person. This is what you call developing in the open. I don't think most studios would show you a half a person with a janky third-person camera. It feels like it's... Ooh. Oh, I forgot about the Shrelp, dude. We got to look at the Shrelp in third person. It's definitely a different feeling. I'm casing everything. Yeah, the back tire's bugged. Needs some work. Let's try Shrelp right here, though. Nope, let's not. Wrong buttons. I wish I could figure out how to get the dude back. Oh, man. All right, Shrelp it right here. Let's see. Well, okay. You know, once we get some visual effects on that, I think it'll be cool. The rider's hilarious looking right now. Let's try flip, third person. This should be like a Halloween mode where we just have like this dude with arms and legs only. Should like blood dripping out of his Shrelp. Oh, no. Shrelp's hard to stay like grounded. Boosting. All right, let's just finish this trail up and then we're going to switch to the real build and race because I really want to... I think I can get a world record time if I really try. So we'll see what happens. Let's see. What do we want to do? Let's try manual. Well, manual in third person. That needs to get worked on for sure, but it doesn't look too bad right now. I mean, it's hard to tell without the rest of his body. Transfer. Just kidding. But yeah, let's transfer down here since I have no speed. Man, it feels so different to play in third person. Almost feels like things are delayed or something. I don't know. It feels weird. Definitely needs some work. Can we hit this gap? Nope. I feel like the bike's a little... We're going to have to figure out like the scaling of things. One thing I don't want with this game is for like everything to feel small and micro. I think if I had the... I think for me personally, I'm going to want a third person camera that's like closer to the rider than this. So the rider looks and feels bigger. The bike and everything. We'll see what happens. Shrelp right here? Kinda. Anyway, that's a sneak preview. Can we finally see the stoppies? Yeah, let's try stoppie. I don't know how good I'll be at it. The stoppie physics need to be worked on. Like the braking needs to be more kind of sensitive, I think. Yeah, it definitely makes it a little easier. But it's hard to like get just the right amount where you kind of can balance on it. Yeah, we need to work on that for sure now that we've third person. But I want to try this. Oh, let's see if I can do it. I've always wanted to be able to do like the... where you kind of stoppy and do a 180. Oh, we're going to get it. Here we go. Nope. No, we're not. More leaning forward, I think. Let's see. You got to lean forward first. Then spin it. Oh. Kinda. It's kinda there. We gotta get this for the clips. Oh man, I feel like I need more speed. Right here over this bump. Nope. Alright, let me switch it up back to the other game. We'll get rid of Unity. And let's go to this scene. And we'll close out of all this stuff. Alright, we're gonna go grind. I'll be right back. Give me 10 seconds, maybe 20. All right. That was probably 10 or 20 seconds, I think. All right, let's see, chat. What's up? I feel like Shrelps in real life work the complete opposite of Shrelps in game. I don't think so. I mean, I can't Shrelp in real life, but all the... It's like unweight the bike, weight the bike. That's kind of what you're doing in the game. Feels right to me. Let's see. Okay, third person is not looking bad considering it's been worked up. Yeah, I mean, Zach threw it in just so he could work on the suspension. But I don't think he's like tweaked it at all. Goose Fraba, Tech Trail with some quick switchbacks will look sick. Yeah, definitely. I think just like free riding in general, third person will be cool. Captain Jack says spring or air determines basically how much force you have to apply to the fork to compress it. Compression is how fast you allow the fork to compress, dive in, and rebound is how fast you allow the spring. Gotcha. Yeah, we definitely need to like tune it a bit. Gauge tuna. Sometimes I show up on the face of a jump when I'm trying to jump. Yeah, me too. That's one issue we got to figure out how to solve. Like the shrubs are just lifting the back wheel up kind of. Yeah, oh, I see what you're saying, Duck. Gotcha. Yeah, it does feel like you're not staying grounded when you do it, which is like the opposite of what you should in real life. So that I do agree on. We got to figure that out. Siggy Stardust. Guys, we're at 203. We need to get to a 153. What is that? 10 seconds? 10 seconds, dang. All right. I think we can do it, though. So that's what we're going to work on today. I'm hopefully going to stream for a while and knock this out. Probably should have ate beforehand, but it's okay. McKay's, yeah, Duck, probably it's lifting the wheel, which is why you can do the 180. Yeah. And instead of lifting the wheel, it needs to be more of like a force down and a push. So we'll have to work on that. Brent goes fast. I'm going to watch your lines to try to clean up a bit. Nice. You can't shrelp standing up. You can't? I feel like you can. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm not a shrelper. But let's go. Let's hone it in. Let's dial in these lines. I feel like when I'm on TikTok streaming or streaming in general, I have trouble like concentrating and actually trying to really go fast. So I figured doing just a YouTube only stream where chat is very slow and more manageable would be easier for me to try to go fast. So that's what we're going to do. Just watching Sutin's lines yesterday or the day before, and takes different lines than me, but I think I'm going to stick with my lines because I think I like my line, and I want to see if it can be as fast as his. He was going into this at 50, something like that. I'm close. Did I just miss that? No, we're good. Pre-jump this. Coming in hot. Guys, let me know if volumes are good, too. Oh, what? What was that? We were cruising at 6/10 up. I need 10 seconds up, so, you know. It's cool. We're going to just flow for a little bit just to get the feel. Just to get the feel. Tails. Get the hell out of here, Tails. Why not just play Descender? Go back to TikTok, dude. Captain Jacks, I currently enjoy just finding cool unintentional gaps more than racing. I know, it's actually super fun, especially in that new trail system that he made. Make surround bike. Are you guys just trying to be like TikTok now? Dude, the TikTok, like, man, I feel like that generation grew up on that stuff, and now like their brains just have to be every 4 seconds they need something new to satisfy them. All right, what am I doing? I feel like I need a little more music volume in my ear. I feel like I need new songs. Let's go listen to the new Thrice songs. New album from Thrice comes out this weekend, y'all. What up, Brian? All right, here we go. Locking it in. Locking it in. Gonna get a world record time today. That's the goal. Can we do it? I don't know. I think we can, though. Not if we hit trees. Chill Clinton in the house. What up? I'm waiting for my mom to pop in, dude. I did text her. She's like, anytime you go live, make sure you tell me. She's like, feels like I'm hanging out with you, and I like it, you know? So how sweet is that? That was bad. Thrice, I didn't know they were still around. Love that band. Oh, yeah. They are very much still around. New album drops Friday. They took a break for a little bit, but they've been back, man. The album that's coming out is Horizons West, and I think 2 years ago they came out with Horizons East. Dude, steal my lines all day, baby. What's the point? All right, here we go. Now we're getting there. That's a bad line. All right, we're going to take the suit and line. Ooh, whole 10th now. All right, this is good. That's not. Ah. Let's see. Found a new start. Yeah, I did see your discussion tales in Discord. I see everything, man. I read everything. Sometimes I don't comment, but I saw it. I did see your breakdown. And that last, yeah, the last Rock Garden one. I've done that outside line before. I find it just as hard as the one I do, though. And I think I've done the other version more. So now, I don't know. I feel like the outside line's kind of tough. I'll show you my line through here, actually, in slow-mo. Who knows if it's as good as your guys's, but I feel like for me, it's about what I can be more consistent with, not necessarily what's super fast. Oh, but now I got a good run, so I don't want to slow down. I'm not slowing down, sorry. I screwed it up. Let me show it to you. Obviously, I just hit this, bounce over that. But I try to jump off there, and I try to land in this pocket right here, where it's just dirt. And I try to kind of come through here, just dirt, sneak right here, then into this. Then I'm popping right here, trying to land somewhere right here. That's my line. I feel like Suitin just paddles faster. He does, dude. 62 in the speed the other day according, but didn't save. Yeah, I've gotten close. Gotten close to the 60s. We just had one a little bit ago that was around that. Right here, boom. That was close. I hit that one rock, which I shouldn't have. Too slow into the tunnel, though. 37 is a no-go. I think we have too many splits on some of these tracks. Like, that first split is so soon after you leave the start gate. It's kind of crazy. Guess it doesn't matter much. This is so slow. You know, I guess when you're going for world record times, you can't really... You just got to restart a lot. Restart simulator. Man, I'm very inconsistent in the first split today. That was good other than the last jump, but I was cooking right there. What up, Bird Shaw? Good morning. Sorry, I'm reading chat. Right. I need to figure out how to get like a transparent chat for YouTube. I know how to do it for TikTok. I haven't figured it out for YouTube yet. So then I could overlay it onto the screen. Oh. Man, gotta dial in this first section. Saw Suiton goes this way. Slight difference in the start. I'm not sure if it really matters at that point, though. I feel like I'm just getting tossed around. Using OBS? Yeah, I'm just using OBS. Regular, not Streamlabs. Alright, here we go. Oh, what? I don't think I've ever done that before. The vertical horizontal thing you have on TikTok is cool. Yeah, that Birdshaw's using TikTok Live Studio. They have their own app. So I use that. So I actually am, when I'm streaming to YouTube and TikTok, I'm streaming with OBS and with TikTok Live Studio at the same time. Two tenths back. Like, what is with my first split? I don't understand where I'm losing this time. Maybe hitting that rock right there. There we go. Okay, 1.2 up. Here we go. See if we can just get a full run. Gotta put some style into the run too. Gotta do it right. Oh, where'd that tree come from? Uh-oh. That was an interesting line choice. Well, this is not a world record run. Oh, I hope that was inside. I think we were good. Nope. BS. We're gonna send it though. Just to see where we're at. I don't know if jumping that... Dude, man, imagine if you could gap. Alright, that was terrible. Oh yeah, who's got the record? Let's look. Suiton's got the record right now. I wonder if I should be racing against his time. Nah, we'll keep doing mine. Look at a lot of us at 203s though. Tails, McKay, me, all 203. I mean, a 153 is just mental. That's ridiculous. How tight is the window for a missed gate? It's a good question. I think it's pretty tight. Let's see. I don't know if it's both. Like, I don't know if you have to get both wheels through. See, that's still counting it. I feel like if you touch any part of it, maybe it counts. All right, let's miss it just barely. Yeah, so I think like if any part of the tire kind of beats it, hits it, then you're probably okay. That felt fast. Fast into a tree. Can you show how to race against others' times? Yeah, you just click. Open the leaderboard and click on a name, and if it turns yellow, that's who you're racing against. So watch, we'll do Sutton. Sutton? Is it Sutton or Sutton? I never know. And let's just see how far off we are on split 1. Oh, see, we're pretty chill with split 1. Let's race against his time just for a bit, just to see where we're way off, like which sectors are good and bad. See, now I'm too tense. I think it was that one jump I kind of... Let's see where we go here. Bouncing around. Right onto the root. See, now this is going to be like 4 seconds back. Watch. Yep. What keyboards do you have? I don't know. The one I'm using is like this custom... I don't know. I don't know what this is. KBD fans. I got this one on KBD fans. This is what I'm using now. Heavy as heck, dude. I forget what switches I put. I don't know. Built that one. Gotta put it back. All right. And then what is this? This is like is this like a Keychron something? I don't know. This thing's also like this beefy heavy thing. I used to use this on my other computer, my Mac, but now I have a mode design keyboard on my Mac that I really love, and I'd like to get another mode design for this computer, but they're super expensive. I think that was the second mechanical keyboard I got. The first one I got was this, which is just the Keychron K2. So this is like a cheap one off the shelf, kind of pretty decent, but it's really like, I don't know. This one sounds really clacky, which I don't love. And that one like feels cheap now. This one sounds a little better. But I feel like the one I'm using sounds decent. The one on my Mac, on my other computer, is my favorite though. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, that was a terrible explanation of what keyboards I have. What else? What else? All right, let's go. I think the mode designs are my favorite so far. And then I got like the Panda. I don't know. I got some kind of tactile switches on it, which I really like. I don't like those for gaming, but for work stuff, I like them. All right, decent. No, just kidding. Who's texting? My wife's texting. Sorry. Wife gets priority if she texts. I gotta text back. Alright, here we go. Nope. Holy pandas? Maybe. But I have the... I have the ones that are not the real ones. They're like they're the ones made by Glorious. Yeah. They're the ones made by Glorious. Oh, you probably, that's not going to focus, is it? I really like these ones. And then my other ones are like the Telio. I forget what they're called. Something Telio. Who makes these? So dark in here. Is this like the coolest, most entertaining content you guys have ever seen or what? I forget what brand makes these, but these I really like. They're really smooth and they're like Telio something or other. And then I have no idea what these pink ones are. I think these might be the ones I'm using now. Gateron? Some Gateron thing? I don't know, dude. Your camera's crazy. I'm just using a DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and I just turn on the face tracking, so I can like That's fun. Really getting sidetracked here, guys. This is ridiculous. All right. I thought that was fast. How is that 3/10 behind? All right, we got to just dial in each sector at a time. Do I want to not jump this? Or should, I think I need to be pre-hopping it. A half a second behind? I mean, what the heck? Let's see. All right, let's try a pre-hop. Pre-hop. Oh, not a Shrelp. Yeah, look at the difference there. So this is how you learn how to get faster. You go to the fast person and you just do sectors at a time. Jump here, I think is going to speed you up a little bit. Pre-hop this. I hit that rock, which probably cost me a little bit. Yeah, see, not terrible. 1/10 back. Boost it into here. Find the secret hidden line like a treasure chest. Are there replays in the game? Not yet. We will have replays at some point. You won't be able to race against a replay, but you'll be able to practice against a replay or watch a replay. But I like racing to be just against split times because it's more suspenseful. Try landing to the right of the rock. Which rock? There's like 400 rocks. I usually try to go right here. That's my line that I like. But I know that Suiton's going to the left of the rock and he's like landing over here. If that's the rock we're talking about. Okay, you're going to the left. Let me try left, dude. Let me try left. Three-tenths back. I hit the rock that time, though, so probably wasn't great. Pre-hop, left of the rock. Pre-hop this. A 10th. Try it a couple more times. Okay, there we go. I'm happy with, like, if I'm within a 10th, then I feel good about it. That should be a crash there. Uh-oh. Come on. Let me just get a run down. I know this is not fast, but we're going to go. It's actually horribly slow. Oh, I forgot I'm playing Suiton's time, so it's okay. It's okay. As long as we're within 10 seconds, it's still fast for us. Oh. Okay, we're good. Alright, so I'm losing a lot of time to him there. Woo. I do think... Oh, come on. Oh, man. I think that wheelie scrub will work. Honest take on that thrice song you sent me a couple nights ago? Trying to remember which one I sent you. Because they came out with two the same day. Let me look, and I'm going to listen and tell you. I will say that the first time I listened to it, I was kind of like, eh. But then when I listened to it and looked at the lyrics, I liked it more. It was Holding On. All right, let me go back and listen. Wow, what did Jeremy say? I used to play a lot of Mad Skills. Oh, sick, dude. Brian, what's your honest take on that thrice song? You not digging it? Let me crank this up in my headset. It wasn't for you. Interesting. I will say that like I looked at people's comments on that video, 100% positive. Like everyone loved it. Everyone was like super into it. Because I had the same thought. I was kind of like, nah, well, I got to listen to the whole thing, you know, like the whole album. But I listened to that one and I was like, and then I was reading the comments and I was like, okay, interesting. But the more I've listened to it, I've probably listened to it 5 times now. The more I listen to it, the more I'm liking it. I was hoping that this whole album was going to be a lot heavier because the one song they released, Nash, was like super heavy. And I was like, oh my god, please just be like this crazy heavy album. But it sounds like the whole album won't be that heavy. Guys, if you're curious what we're talking about the new song from Thrice called Holding On. You think it's definitely an album tune? Unsure if it's a single worthy? Yeah, I think so. I'm an album guy too. I like things front to back. I'm a huge Thrice dude though, so I'm sure no matter what, I'll get into this album and end up loving it. But I will say the last couple of albums they've had, like on first listen, I was like hooked immediately and was like, okay, this is a banger. That felt really fast. All right, fast for me. Let's roll with it. All the way to the breaking bumps, sending it deep into a tree. My kind of style. Oh, I keep forgetting that rock beta. I called it beta like you guys are all climbers. Tails, it's funny to me when people say they don't listen to albums and none of my artists here have a one album and it's not really a thing in my genre. Yeah, interesting. I'll listen to playlists every now and then, but I much prefer just putting on a full album. Hit a couple things that I shouldn't have there, but we're still good. Coming in at 50 into the tunnel. Only 8/10 behind. That's the best one yet, but I kind of clipped that edge weird there. Gotta make it look good for the highlight clips, you know what I mean? When I get that world record, guys, it needs to look nice. Can't have boner airs like Tails does, you know? Tails, you're like the straightest jumper on your runs. I think it was Tails showing me that little wheelie scrub line, maybe? One of you guys did. Honestly, 2 seconds behind him right now, for me, feels really good. That would be like 8 seconds up on my best time. Can we hit this fast? Oh, I thought I had it. I thought I had it. That was close. I'll take that title, says Tails. Dude, I gotta throw in the Mad Skills wheelie scrub tech. You know I do. I need to switch up albums. And you guys used to listen to the Starting Line. I'm gonna date myself here now. But the Starting Line, like emo band from, I don't know, when I was in high school, just dropped a new album. And I gotta say, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. If you're into that kind of stuff, check out the new album from the Starting Line. I dig it. Don't make fun of me. Oh, that root. That root just said, not today, bitch. Can I swear on YouTube? Will they Because we're not monetized, so it probably doesn't matter, but maybe they wouldn't push it in the algorithm as much. Anyone know the rules on this stuff? On TikTok, when I'm streaming on TikTok, I try to be pretty PG-13, but I'm typically an R-rated kind of guy. All right, here we go. First 8 minutes, is that all they care about? Ooh, that was good. Lost a little speed on the landing, but decent. Man, this bike looks so much better than the other one. It's just so much nicer to play. Alright, here we go. Let's dial it in. And I'm really sloppy through this section today. Very sloppy. That's the word on the street. Good to know. I think we're way past 8 minutes. What are we at? Yeah, we're at 46 already. Dang. Time flies when you're having fun. That's what they say, right? All right, I keep forgetting to... Like, my muscle memory on my line is so strong that it's hard to adjust to going left. I feel like I'm not going left enough. I kind of like when you hit that jump and just throw it sideways. I think it feels and looks fun, I think. I felt slow. Let's see what it is. Very slow. This could be like an all-day stream, guys, at this rate. No, I don't think we'll keep the first-person POV crashes. If anyone likes them, let me know. I don't think anyone has said they really like them. Someone gave us the idea, so we thought we'd try it. But if anyone likes them, we could probably keep them and have a setting for it. But if no one likes them, we'll just pull them out and go back to the old ones. I got the air rotation on. I need to turn that off, I think. And that one rock right there is killing me. Maybe that's why Suitin goes on the outside. Yo, Hodge, what up, dude? July 2025, terms of service says the F word can now be monetized in the first 7 seconds. What? So you can say it? Did you mean can't or can? Dude, Hodge, I loved your video of the audio clips and whatever where your bike was inside, dude. That was funny. Made me laugh. Hodge, what's that platform you're using? I forget what it's called already. Is it similar to like a Patreon or is it totally different? Bad run, but I just want to practice the end section kind of, so we're going to keep rolling. Problem is if I keep restarting the start, then when I do have a solid run, I haven't practiced the end section enough, and then I die. Alright, should we try the outside line? I don't like that one either. I mean, I screwed it up, obviously, but... I keep hitting that rock. Oh, that feels good. Push through on that. Drop it into here. So we're about on pace with my current best run since we're 9 seconds behind Sutton. Dude. Can the top player in the game have like an easier name to pronounce? Or someone just tell me how I'm supposed to say it. Oh, that just knocked me the wrong way. Girlfriend wasn't too happy first. Did you actually start the bike up in the house? I couldn't tell if you actually did or if you were just like overlaying audio to make it look like you did, but either way it was hilarious. Kofi. They allow one-time donos, but also have an option for memberships. I don't know if it's as good as Patreon outside of the one-time donos. Interesting. Curious why you chose that over something like Patreon. You're just doing the inside lying wrong, to be honest. You need to be more inside. Okay. I will try that. Nothing's wrong with your name. But tell me, is it Sutton? Like 2 O's? Or is it Sutton? Just tell me so I can keep saying it the right way. Jeremy Wang. I feel like some parts are too fast and seem unrealistic. Yeah, some parts are probably a little fast and some parts are probably a little unrealistic. But the name of the game is fun and we're having fun. So if it's too realistic, I feel like it takes away kind of from the fun side of things. So we're trying to find a good balance where there's some realism, but also some kind of fun, more arcadey elements. Still big work in progress, though. Sutton? Sutton. I'm going to say Sutton, and you tell me if that's right. Sutton. Like a suit. You're probably like, no, dude. You're stupid. You. Sutton. No O. No O-O. You. I don't know, dude. I'm basically illiterate. Can you tell? Sutton? Now I'm just thinking about your name, dude, and I can't play the game. It's just pathetic. We should literally hop into Discord chat right now and you can just say it for everyone live. Same pronunciation as stupid. Stupid. Sutton. Stupid. Sutton. Yeah. Sutton. All right, 45 through the tunnel. I'm into it. It's okay. It's all right. Oh, get in there. Problem is, if I take this inside line to inside, I end up hitting that one rock, which drives me nuts. Oh, why am I getting bounced around today? I swear. U as in submarine, or U as in utensil. As in submarine. Submarine. Sutton. Submarine. Sutton. That's what I would say. Sutton. I'll just change it to Ollie at this point. What up, Aaron? Sutton. Oh, there we go. Guys, people on Instagram think that I look younger than 38, so that's good news to hear today. Hey, there's a tree there. You sound like you're having a stroke. Well, maybe I am. I'm gonna lose sleep over this now. Me too, Aaron. For those of you that are new here, we're racing against the world record time right now, which is why my splits are awful. There's a reminder. Submarine Sutton is who we're racing against. You look early 30s, not 38. Thanks. I'll take it. I told my wife about this, and she said, wait till they see you in the sunlight. They won't say that. It's like, that's rude. She doesn't talk like that at all. I made her sound like she's like 90 years old or something. So I'm like, wait till they see. I can't do an impression. I'm not going to try. Man. Where's Justin? I need to sing that On the Wrong Line song with him. On the long line. It's been a while since we've had a Turbo show. What was it called? It's just called the Turbo show? I forget what we called it. All right, we're gonna at least improve my time today. That is maybe a guarantee. Pro's a Fox 38. Laura is quite direct. It's a great characteristic. You never have to guess what Laura's thinking. That's true. I think she probably gets it from her grandma. Her grandma was very direct, and it was hilarious, actually. Like if I came and visited her and had like stubble like this, she'd be like, "What are you doing with that? No one wants to see that on your face, you know." I think she told her grandma told one of her Laura's sister's friends once that she'd be beautiful if she just got a nose job. How funny is that? I'm all over the place. That's a new line. Right, Brent? Laura is awesome, obviously. I'd get her on the stream if she was into that kind of thing, but she would definitely say no. I do want to get a Jake cam sometime, but he used to hang out in this room with me, but now my chair's really squeaky, and he doesn't like loud noises. And I think he leaves because of that. I need to get a new chair, and maybe he'll hang out in here more. Jake's my dog, if you don't know. Okay, okay. Into it. Not gonna let that 1.3 bring me down. We're gonna cook. Little sloppy. It's all right. We're gonna roll with it. Very sloppy. It's getting sloppier by the moment. Still up for me. I love that jump into that berm. Oh, I missed it. I missed it. All right, let's practice the wood section. Missed that one too. Now I'm all screwed up. Now I'm all slow. It's an interesting line choice there. Just need to fill it out. Jake is 34 years old and diabetic. Dude, he's not 34. He's only like 13. Jake cannot really hear it all. I mean, he hears weird noises, though. Like, he can hear the squeaky chair, but he won't hear me talk. You've bullied me into changing my name, to be honest. It's for the best. At least people can say my name now. Sorry, dude. I did not. That was not the intention, I promise. Yeah, that Tales of the End Rock Garden is definitely hard. The audio was shining through that rock garden? What do you mean? Hearing the rear tire smack the rocks is a nice touch. Oh, I get you. Alright. Let me see. I gotta get something interesting going. Hey, Jens, have you played the build with the framework spike yet? Nope. It's alright. I don't mind. We don't need to go for world record off the bat. We just need to inch a little closer. There it is. There's the line I want. Right to there. Perfect. Yep, good. Now we're cooking. Man. Man, Ollie, you're fast. You know, I gotta get used to saying your other name. Uh-oh. Missed. Nah, and I refuse to play until you bring the Steez Master Supreme back. Okay, not too bad. I've been playing PGA. Of course you have been. Everyone put chill in front of your name. Chill Joe Mama so fast. That section was so clean. Yeah, I finally got it clean. About time. I'm getting hungry. I don't know what kind of lines those were. Not good ones. Ooh. Oh, that would be an interesting line if that was finally improved. Let's see. Oh yeah. Nice, dude. You bumped up like 4 seconds. All right, come on. Ah. Oh boy. I think that's slow because I'm like landing on the face of the next jump, which is probably slowing me down. Only 2/10, not bad. Man, it's like that section's tough. I want to see a trail that's just rough. The whole thing's rough. Like there's just barely any smooth sections. Slow in the tunnel, but whatevs. We'll go. We'll go. Oh, I missed. No, I didn't. I've never taken that line. What the? Where are we at? All right, we'll start up. We're still up on my time, so we'll roll. We will roll. All right, we gotta make sure we don't cut this corner. I like to cut this corner too much. Oh, we're losing massive time. I kind of think jumping off this would be faster. I don't know why I think that, but I do. Cool rock garden section. Be perfect idea for trails up in the mountain. Only hard rocks, roughness, and unsmoothness, as well as high risk edges and gaps. Yeah, I agree. That would be nice. Because that's one thing I've noticed about other games that I think sets us apart. Like I've been playing other mountain bike games lately and like really focusing on what their trails are like. They're all smooth, man. Like all those games just have smooth trails. They might have sections that look rocky or like look techy, but at the end of the day, it's still smooth. Like Mavericks added a tech section in one of their trails, they called it. That was like all these roots. But it's just like a texture that looks like roots, but the actual mesh on the ground is just like perfectly smooth still. And I was playing career mode Descenders the other day. Same thing. It's like all the trails are perfectly smooth. That route. Other games have a flat trail with obstacles on top. Yeah, exactly. And most of the time you just have to avoid the obstacles. Like if you hit the obstacles, you just die. Oh man, that would be a sick line right there if you could do it. That rock just spit me out the wrong way. Come on, keep the speed up. Oh. What does the number at the end of people's name represent? It's just like a random generated thing for the accounts, but that'll probably change once we fix the... Zach's in the next update. Hopefully Zach is gonna like fix the way you kind of... Right now it's based on your device. So like your device has a unique ID, and then... So if you play on multiple computers, you have like a different username and number on each computer. But we're gonna make it so you have like you can sign in with something, and then you could keep the same account on all your devices, and then it should probably remove those numbers, I would think, but I'm not sure. I think the numbers are there so that there could probably be duplicate usernames, and then they would just have different numbers. Terrible, but I'm bored of repeating the same section, so I'm gonna... No, I'm not. It's way too slow. What? Can't wait for the bike being so dialed in for there to be proper trail. Oh, trial trails. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Be interesting to get a trials bike in here. I don't think I've never ridden a trials bike in real life. Okay, there we go. Now we're on to something. We're in touch, is what they would say. Oh, what the heck was that? I mean, come on. That thing just hooked me. That's a bummer. That was a good run. Woohoo! That felt nice. Uh-oh. We're still 5 seconds up from my time. If you guys got any questions or want me to ramble on about anything, let me know. I think we're still up for me. It's kind of slow through there, but it's better than a lot of runs I've had. Oh, how did I lose that much time on the last split? That's crazy. Bummer. Let me see what chat's saying. Have you considered forcing people to pick a name? Nope, haven't considered it. Anytime you force someone to do something, you're going to get churn. So, I don't know. In the end, it'll just be Steam. You'll log in and your Steam username will be your leaderboard and you won't have to do anything. So we just have to find a solution in the meantime. You never did take us through my hair care routine? Yeah, dude. I don't really do anything for it. Shampoo, conditioner, that's it. Can we have the instant respawn back or make it a setting? Yeah, I actually wanted... in the design of it, if you look on the roadmap, I put in a bunch of settings that I wanted so the player could choose how the restarts happen. But Zach wanted to like wait and add that stuff later. But, I mean, it's really pretty fast to just double tap the button. I mean, you're saving, what, a few thousandths of a second by having to hit it once instead of twice? Do you and Cedric plan on adding natural ramps? Carefully placed off-trail designed to create huge gaps for free riders who are exploring, bombing, rock ramps, down trees, etc. Yeah, I've actually sent him some kind of footage of that stuff. I want to do that kind of stuff. I think like natural. I also think having kickers that you can move around in place and then use like natural terrain as landings would also be fun. But there's already tons of free ride lines. Some of the stuff is a little too rough, so I feel like if he just smoothed out some of the natural looking terrain, it would make it more free rideable. Probably need to do that at some point. I'm all over the place. Do you use Godot or UE? Oh yeah, this is all Unity, Polarity. Unity. We've made all the Mad Skills games in Unity, so this is kind of what the team is used to. So that's what we're sticking with. I also think for what we do, it actually works great. Ooh, that was nice. Getting closer. I feel like we're starting to get it figured out. Oof, come on. Settle down. Ah, that's right. We'll roll with it. See what happens. We are not fast, but maybe if we stay at 8, we'll be up a little. Oh, 204 compared to what? Daddy? Now you changed your name to Daddy? Oh, dude, changing it all the time. Oh, sending it. I think I need new music is the issue I'm having. Let's see. Sound of animals fighting. Go with that. See, change your music. Go faster, kind of. Fast music, fast runs. I wonder. Terrible. What up, Everett? How you doing? All right, here we go. Come on. There we go. 55 in the tunnel. Best run yet, probably. Oh, I hit the brakes way too hard. That was really nice line, though. That was not. Man, it's hard to put a full run together. I think I'm still really fast for me. Yeah. Okay, we're good. Sometimes I want to boost that to over that hump, but it's kind of sketchy if you miss it. Ah, bummer. Bummer. Screwed it up. Hardcore. Where are we at? I don't think it. I think I'm going to lose it all in the end here. I mean, I'm so close to, like, ridiculous. Everett, maybe I'll play soon. Thanks, dude. Hope you do. Dynamic music that speeds up as you do in like GTA. Yeah, dynamic music would be cool, but it'd probably prevent us from getting like licensed music. Let's see. You need money though? $5, man. It's only $5. Please add good music to the game because one of my favorite parts of Descenders was the soundtrack. Yeah, we hope to. We're gonna look into that later. What time are you aiming for? So right now, this is me. I'll switch to playing against my time. I'm at 2:03. We're aiming for a 1:53, so 10 seconds. So I was playing against him, and if I was within 10 seconds, I kind of would keep going to improve my time. But we just want to move up. But I think if I put together a solid run, I could get close. It's just hard to link everything together. Everett, by the way, how do you only have 500 subs? You need more. Plus, you make good videos. Thank you. Appreciate it. I mean, our account's pretty early. It's only been a few months. YouTube's hard to grow, I've realized. Like, we grew very fast on TikTok and Instagram. TikTok is already at almost 7,500 followers. Instagram's like, I don't know, maybe 4,000, 3,000. But YouTube, I feel like it's slow grind on YouTube. Win username Joe Mama so fast. Thanks. I've been rocking this one since the Mad Skills days. I've had it a long time. Yeah, a lot of people are sub 2 seconds. I'd like to get sub 2 today. Oh, green. Oh, yeah, I'm playing against my time now. I thought I was a green against Suiton, Ollie. Now he's Daddy, the ever-changing name. Man, that rock. YouTube Live doesn't have any discoverability yet. Definitely not. And viewing UI sucks. You have big video and chat. Yeah, that's true, Brian. And I think if we start doing, like, if Julian starts taking these clips and editing them into, like, I don't know, 5 to 10 minute YouTube videos, I think that'll help too. I think a lot of people aren't going to watch a 3-hour stream replay. It's just too much. Adam grinded 10 hours in one day and got a sub 2. Man, 10 hours in one day, that is dedication. Love it. It's really just like muscle memory and dialing in, you know, just trying to really memorize it all. Yeah, we've been posting like multiple shorts a day now. So I do these streams because then I can take the streams and kind of cut them up. I don't know how much content this stream will have since it's mostly me just trying to go for fast times. And if I don't get a fast time, probably won't be that interesting. This is fast. Alright, don't break too hard. Just enough. I hope that was in the gate. It was. Alright, best run of the day, maybe. Maybe not, I don't know. Alright, see if we can't get this last section. Ooh, up. Come on, let's just get it. Let's just get it. Come on. Go, go, go. I'll boost this, see if we can get some extra. Boosting. Might kill me. Might kill me. Yep. It was all or nothing at the end there. Let's see. The TikTok chat does allow you to clip from a little to answer stuff. What? Are you going to add tricks in the game? Ask ever? Yeah, at some point. Yeah, I did lose a lot of time at the end there. Thanks, McCase. You tried the new suspension out yet? I did in the beginning of the stream. I had Unity open, and I was kind of showing the guys I'm playing. There's also teased a little bit of a third person, so when the stream's done, or can you rewind now? I don't know. But anyway, you can rewind later and watch the first like 10 minutes or so of the stream, and you'll see some of the work in progress stuff, like the suspension and the third person. Still jank, but it's fun to kind of show what we got working on. It's getting there. It was actually kind of helpful because you guys in chat can give me some feedback on it, so that'll be good to tell Zach. That's slow. We'll go. We'll go. No Jens, no more jank. We've got enough jank as it is. This is not your game. We do not want jank at every corner. One day you should make a jank game, though. I feel like you designing a game just that embraces all jank would be very interesting. How's that not up, dude? That felt so fast. Oh, stay in there. We're still in. Come on. Now we're up. Oh, oof, that was close. Screwed it up. Screwed it up. Loki looks good for VR. Yeah, we keep hearing that. We don't have plans for VR, though. The jankiest roof balls game you'll ever see. Dude, you could probably do that with vibe coding at this point. Just do it. When the rider takes damage from repeated falls, can you fall? We don't have a mechanic like that right now, I don't think. But it is an interesting idea. Brian is asking, do you know what day one of the cranked prototype development was? Our actual birthday? Yeah, I do know. Let me find out. I'll tell you in a second. Let's see. New window. I'll show you guys actually some stuff in a second, but let me switch accounts to this. All right. Signed out, sign in. Come on. Sign in's taking forever. All right, here we go. Let's see. Where'd it go? Here it is. And then we go to publisher packet. There we go. The very first day, Brian, was March 6th of 2025. Let me show you guys. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see this. Let me blow it up a little bit. This is all of the... I kept kind of running. I haven't kept up to date with it anymore, but I did when we were doing the early prototypes. So the very first build we had was March 6th. And it'd be kind of fun to show you what that build looked like. Wonder if we have it anywhere. It was very, very janky. Actually, I have a video of what it looked like. Let me find that. It would be under... Where did I post that? Oh, I remember. It's in here. Download this. Where did my chat go? Boom. Let's see. This is the very first build, I believe. So this is where we started. I'll play it again. This was version 1. Maybe this was like version 2 or something. No, Proto. It says Proto 1. So yeah, that was... Let me blow this up. That's where we started, guys. It's come a long way. Yeah, so that's the first version. And then a bunch of stuff got added in here. I quit keeping track here in May. Then we took, after this, we actually took a couple month break because we had to do some other stuff. So that's why, you know, we did start in March, which is what, 3, and we're going into 10. So that'd be 7 months, but we took about 2 months off. So that's why we've been telling people it's been 5 months, because it's been 5 months. Yeah, that was back when it was Mad Skills Mountain Bike, but it is no longer. Wonder how old this build is up here. These builds are old. Anyway, all right, let me go back to this view. Like, if you fall once, you take damage. Can you fall the same amount again? Yeah, there's no, like, health or anything like that. I think there's just kind of, like, thresholds of when you would fall, and if you hit that threshold at any time, then you kind of fall. We do have a thing, though, like the screen flash thing. I'll turn it on for a second, and then you'll see... if you get close to falling, it'll turn gray. So what we could do is, like, if you're in that kind of gray zone, you know, you could make it so that if you take a hit again, it would, like, be more sensitive or something. I don't know if that would be fun, though, or just kind of annoying and become one of those things where it's hard to, like, hard to learn the... I think it would start feeling inconsistent is the issue. Right now, like, it's kind of consistent. Hey, we're up. Come on, be up. Be up while we're up. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about with the suspense. It's like, I thought I was doing good. You hit the split, and you're like, okay, we gained 4/10 and that split. Oh, no. Oh. And then the suspense just leaves your body in an instant. Adam, just check the start of the stream. Throwing whips in third person is going to look so nice. I know, especially once we, like, revamp the whips, because we've got to work on the body movement and all that and actually get a proper character in there. Character doesn't look as mini as I thought either after checking the scale by pausing with the drone in the game. So fun following the progress. Thanks. What'd you decide with the bare hands and arms? Oh, this is all placeholder. I mean, the rider will have you'll be able to customize the rider. You'll be able to pick you want short sleeve, t-shirt, long sleeve, jersey. Do you want gloves? Do you want bare hands? Do you like? In the end, it'll be kind of up to you with what you want. But it won't look any. The rider won't look anything like this. This rider is disgusting. Maggie's gonna get us a proper, beautiful rider up in here. She's working on it this week, actually. I think we won't have customization for a while, so I think the first like gear items that the rider will have will just be kind of like casual mountain biking clothes, like shorts, probably t-shirt type thing. We'll probably try to get the cranked collab customization in soon, very early, so that we could at least allow players to like put on their crank collab tees and swap them out. I think that would be fairly easy to do. So in the beginning, you'll just be kind of dealing with that only, but eventually we'll get more customization in with all the good stuff. Ooh. Dude, this latest The Sound of Animals Fighting album is pretty good. There's some songs that are like nice and chuggy. It's like makes you like it's good music to ride to. You know, like that kind of vibe. I'm into it. Wish I could play it for you guys, but I can't because the world we live in is weird. Dude, I kind of want to try to get the song for the game that I'm listening to right now. This song is sick. What's the song called, in case you guys are curious? Lady of the Cosmos by The Sound of Animals Fighting. This would be a good song for the game. Let's see, chat. What portion of the game have you had the most fun developing so far? Oh, for me, for sure, the gameplay and the physics. Like, that's my bread and butter. That's what I like doing the most. I think that's what I'm best at with designing games, is figuring out what feels good and kind of going back and forth with Zach and Elias at the time and trying to figure it out. That, to me, is the most fun. It's also really fun seeing, like, the graphics and everything shape up, like seeing the bike come in, and then we're going to see the rider and all that, and the trails, like seeing when Antgrass puts out a new trail and trying it for the first time, that's always really fun. What are you most excited to see in the game within the near 6 months to yearish? Ooh, let me think about that one. I think 6 months to a year. Oh, there's so many things actually. So soon we'll have the rider in third person and like better rider animations and body movement and things like that. So that I'm kind of really excited for short term. Then once that's done, we're going to unlock, we'll start working on multiplayer, and that will be amazing because then we can hop in together, all of us, and we'll just have these sessions on Discord where we can all get in together and just go cruising. I know we'll have some maybe ping issues because some of you guys are in Europe and such, but who cares? We'll have fun with it. And I think that'll be super fun. Aaron says, I can't wait to see the player model. Me too. I cannot wait. And I know Maggie's super excited to do it. She's more excited to do the rider than she was to do the bike. So I think the more excited you are to do something, the better it turns out. I mean, the bike turned out amazing too, but I think because she's excited about the rider, I think it's going to be awesome. And she's doing the female version first, which I'm excited to see. All right, here we go. See if we can lock it in. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Get that front wheel in there. I think I saved it. Slowed me down. Nope. Nope. I think she thinks it'll be easier and quicker too. Yeah, which is interesting because I think in the beginning she was estimating that the bike would be easier, but I think the bike ended up turning out to be way harder than... How will that work with your homies? Like, will you still be able to send leaderboard times in a party? I want anything that you could do in single player that you should be able to do with friends in multiplayer. So yes, I think if you wanted to get in here and race with your buddies, you'd be able to do that. Challenges, achievements. I think whatever you want. Kind of like how Skate. I mean, I think Skate's a good example. Like, you can kind of get in, do what you want, and there's people all around you. It'll probably feel like that, but with the additional option of being able to play completely offline. So if you want to play offline with no one around you, and we'll make sure that's possible. I get why they make you go online. It's a free-to-play game, and when you're a free-to-play game, they require you to be online, because if you're not online, you can't get to the store and you can't buy stuff. So that's why they're forcing people to get online, is that's where they make their money. It's a free-to-play game and you play offline all the time, they will make $0. Ooh, that hucklebuck. Oh, and then I hit that. That's right. We're still flowing. Looking good. I feel like the further I had to get down the trail in the greens, the less I talk. What's up, Ollie? How's hunting going? It's not going, dude. It's not going at all. I haven't improved my time once yet today. So we're, it's not going. You didn't miss much. Got to make those dollars in the new Saudi overlords. Yeah, I bet I wonder what the spending depth is in Skate. I bet it's like, in the end, I bet it'll be hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of stuff you could buy. Will there be anything we can add to the trails similar to Skate quick drops? Yeah, I've kind of had that idea even before I saw Skate doing it. Maybe they did in their old game. They probably did. But yeah, I definitely want at least to have some kickers you could go place out and free ride stuff. I think that'd be super fun. Anyone got a TLDR for what I missed in the last 15 minutes was showering? Yeah, you missed nothing, dude. You missed me failing every single second. I've had some close runs, but screwed it up in the last section mostly. Ziquatch. Yeah, no, I'm screwing it up, dude. I'll get one. We'll get one. Kind of want to not end the stream till I get something. The suspension didn't change handling yet. I don't know if it will in the end. I mean, there is suspension physics in the game now. It's just not animated, so the idea was that it probably wouldn't change much with the physics, but we'll see. There's still work to be done on it. But it didn't feel... When I played earlier today, in the beginning of the stream, if you want to go back and watch, you can. Maybe you already did. Yeah, I think you already did. It didn't feel much different. But I think it's not working totally correctly yet, so maybe when it is, it'll end up feeling different. Who's that in? Yep. All right, we're up. There we go. Can we not choke in the last wood section? Ugh, I keep hitting that tree. It's like, I feel like that... I like to aim closer to that tree because I feel like if you don't, it spits you out left and then you end up hitting the other tree. So I keep like... We'll get it. We'll get it. Nope. Nope. Definitely not. Definitely not getting it now. Let's see how bad that was. Just out of curiosity. What do we say? 3 seconds back here? Only 1-7. If we get a perfect last wood section, we could make it up. That fell fast. Yeah, gained 7/10 back. Bummer. Are you gonna add motion blur? I think the sense of speed is missing. Oh yeah, man, we haven't started on any of that stuff yet. When it comes to like VFX for sense of speed and all that, that'll get added for sure. Sense of speed, yeah. When you're playing, I feel like the sense of speed is pretty good, but there's more we could do. All that stuff will be settings too. If you want motion blur, you'll be able to turn it on or off, and you know we'll have that plus like speed trails and I think the way it feels in your hands. Some of you guys turn off haptics, but I really want to spend some time making the controller vibrations feel really good and solid and like make you feel the bike under you. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone, make sure I'm not missing anything importante. What else, chat? What else? Shape into a dedicated server sort of thing. I don't know. I feel like you could actually dig your trail like a building things in other games instead of drag and drop style. Yeah, that's one. I mean, we definitely want a trail building mode. I think it'd be nice to have a little kicker you could just drop places like easily, but I also want a trail building mode. I've talked about that a bunch in the past. Just made a TikTok thing about it the other day, actually, and Instagram and YouTube Shorts. Yeah, lack of environment too. Good point. Okay, so, yeah, when it's more filled out and there's more things and stuff's flying by you, that'll make it feel more alive as well. Everything is perceptive. Yeah, double tap for spawning back being made an option would be nice. Yeah, that's gonna be. I want you to be able to customize like how you want the restarts because like right now. So right now, like watch this. I know I'm screwing this up, but if I go through this checkpoint. If I go through this checkpoint and hit restart, it restarts me at the checkpoint. There's certain players, like probably all of you in chat, who don't want to do that. You just want to get back to the start because you know, obviously, you're going for a world record time, you're going for a fast time. There's no point of restarting at the checkpoint just to get down the hill. So I want there to be a setting that, like, in a race run, what does a single tap do? Okay, a single tap will do this. Or what does a double tap do? A double tap does this. Or, so I've kind of already got all that planned out. Zach just needs to program and implement it. But like for me, I just want always one tap restarts me to the gate. That's what I want because that's how I play. If I'm on a trail that's just like hard to get down and I want the checkpoints, then maybe, you know, I'll change it temporarily or something. But I think more casual players who like the checkpoints because they're just like kind of cruising, trying to get down the hill, the double tap thing's better. Also, there'd be an option to hold. So if you want to restart, you could hold instead of just tap. So we'll have some settings for sure. I'm always, and I think, I don't know. I'm always in favor of games that have a lot of settings. Zach probably hates it because I know him doing settings is like not fun. I was telling him that's what we need an intern for. Put the intern on all the boring stuff you don't want to do. But I like games that have tons of settings. Like Battlefield, for example. They always have so many good settings. You can really customize the game to your liking. The more settings you have. We are a bunch of tryhards. I can't wait for the environment Zequatch to be finished, or at least one trail. Like when Maggie's done, I think, or when she's done with the rider and she can move on to the environment, I think what we'll have her do. I mean, it's up to her too what she wants to do, but what I would like her to do is just pick a trail, maybe this one because it's basically everyone's favorite right now, and just decorate around this one trail just to give us the idea of what it's all going to look like. And then, you know, then I can make a good trailer for Steam and all that stuff, just using the one trail that looks nice. I think that's probably the way to go about decorating the environment. It's just kind of like one trail at a time and then fill in the middle stuff once it's all done. All right, I'm locked in. Sorry, I'm not talking. Oof. Come on. Come on. Beautiful. Nice. All right. So far, so good. Oh, that was close. Oh, one stupid route. Oh, I thought that was it. I thought that was it. I need to put a heart rate monitor on for these streams and like put an overlay on the screen somehow. Because if you guys knew my heart pounding on that last split right there. Oh boy. Come on, make it up, make it up. Give me something. There we go. Does this work? Not great, but it's something. Still in the 203s.
It's not the best, but it's something.
Thanks, Tails. Roots are 10 times scarier than 200-foot double. For real. They really are. Yeah, terrible time. Gotta at least beat you, Tails. Man, I thought that end was so close. Just the one route. That's a clip. That's a clip, though. Where are we at? Where are we at on the stream? We are hour and 53. So I gotta remember, about an hour and 50 minutes in was a fun, suspenseful clip we can make out of something, probably. But at least we got a new time on the board, so now the splits will be reset and better, because I think you guys were saying the gates moved a little, so if you're racing against your old time, it was kind of off a bit. So hopefully that's now fixed itself. Robert Warner would go crazy. Yeah, he would. I need to get more crazy when I'm on a good run. I think I can commentate it myself. But that was good, except I missed it. Tuna. Will any of the map or the future ones be tied to a location or region? I mean, this is like loosely kind of... Most of our team's Swedish, so I feel like this is kind of loosely going to be based on a Swedish style environment, but it's not like based on a particular location. I hope the game is successful enough that in the future we could be like, hey, let's go partner with Whistler Bike Park and let's like recreate the whole thing and make like a DLC that's the official Whistler Bike Park. I think something like that would be sweet if we could figure out a way to do it. I don't know how difficult that'd be, if we could like laser scan stuff, or I don't know. That's far in the future, but we'll see what happens. What else? Yeah, I don't know if Rob Warner's got an exclusivity deal. I also don't know if I would want voiceover like that in this game. I mean, when I'm playing Mavericks, after a couple races, it gets really old. And I probably would just want to turn it off. It's cool. I mean, I'm not going to lie, it's cool. But when you're kind of restarting the same trail hundreds of times in a day, I feel like hearing that after a while is kind of just like, all right, dude. I would more rather have... What we're trying to do is simulate what it's like to actually be the rider. And obviously, if you're in a UCI, you know, if you're a pro and you're in a race, you're not hearing commentator. You're focused in. You're hearing the crowd. You're hearing your breathing. You're in your head. That's what I want to capture. So I want there to be crowds, and I want you to hear the breathing, and it gets in the heart, your heartbeat, and it gets more intense the further you get down, and you start breathing heavier and heavier and heavier, and you know, that's kind of the feeling I want. Let's see. Give me a second. Yeah, I definitely want chainsaws, cowbells, all that stuff. We'll also make it so like I said, I love settings, but I want to make it so like all that stuff's a setting. If you don't want crowds for your races and you want peace and quiet, you can do that. Like I've said in the past too, I want a Zen mode, and I think you should be able to race in Zen mode if you wanted to, but it'll remove all the HUD and amplify nature sounds and play like peaceful music, and I think that mode would be sick. So lots of work to do, and hopefully we get to all this stuff someday. The hope too is that we've got like a competitive ranked mode, and we can live stream like finals every week or however we do it, and that's when you could tune into the broadcast and hear whoever's going to be live streaming it, maybe me commentating and all that kind of stuff. If you want me to do some crowd heckle voiceover, just ask. That'd actually be kind of funny. That'd be a fun little Easter egg, dude. That could be new Patreon, $100 Patreon tier. You can record some voiceover that we put in the game for crowds. Aaron, Zen mode sounds awesome. Thanks. I really want that. That's like one of my... I don't think it'd be super hard, and I think that's one of the main things I want. There's days when you just want to get in here. You don't want to try hard. You just want to cruise around, enjoy the sights. And that's what I want Zen mode for. Slow-mo Zen mode. That'd be interesting. Yeah, it would be nice, actually. I thought about that, too, like making it so like the FOV and everything maybe changes a little to slow things down. At least like visually feel slower. Just kind of enjoy, be in the moment, enjoy what you're doing. Go Easter egg hunting or something in Zen mode. We got to get a better time. We've improved once, but it was minuscule improvement. Ooh, that was actually kind of good on the brakes, but then I screwed it up. Whatever, Tails. I'll do what I want. Maybe it wouldn't be FOV, but definitely some other stuff to make the game feel a little bit slower in Zen mode I think would be nice. I think Zen mode shouldn't feel like a crazy fast, chaotic experience. I mean, some games are dynamically changing FOV as you play. Like Descender's third person. Get going fast in that thing, your rider's like a mile away from the camera. Which I'm not saying is what I want to do because it drives me nuts, honestly. But Descenders has very few settings I've noticed too, which I find interesting. Ah, man. I don't want to see red. We've improved it by a second from the last split, though. I think that's in. Oh, but we're slow. Make or break time. I haven't been grinding this game recently. I think that's part of the reason I'm a little slower. Oh, man. What else? Those days always turn into hunting sessions for me. I try chill, then try one race and can't stop. Yeah, that's the problem with this game. Get sucked in. Keza. Has there been enough updates? It's worth buying a game again after all the updates since my last Patreon subscription about a month and a half ago. there's been quite a few. I mean, the physics have definitely updated since then. They've got the new bike. There's new trails. There's the new drone mode. Also, remember, some people care about this, some people don't. But the main reason for the Patreon, for our standpoint, the developers, us, is to raise more funds to make this game better. So I get some, some people are going to subscribe a little bit, download a thing, cancel for a few months, wait. But really, the more people subscribed, the longer, the more money we make, which means the more people we can hire to make this game better, move more quickly, things like that. So I know there's not instant gratification in that. Like we need time to build it up and whatever, but that's kind of the point of the whole Patreon. I'm not saying everyone needs to do that. You don't, especially if you can't afford it or whatever, but keep that in mind too. Helps us tremendously. Because ideally, we, love to have another artist and another programmer on the project. I think that'd be a good size. I don't want to get too big. Like I think that's about as big as I'd want. Maybe get like a guest level designer to build some trails every now and then to help Cedric out. But I think we could move quite a bit quicker if we could get another artist and another programmer. It's okay. It's all right. We can make it up. I love scrubbing that jump. Come on. Get up there. There we go. Boost into the berm. No, 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 no! How do I mess that up? Bummer. Tails says, that's why I'm sticking to the blue tier, even though I gain nothing myself from staying blue. Thank you. Appreciate that. Ollie, I assume you're a pretty good real-life player as well. Dude, Ollie's the best right now. He's daddy, man. He's number one. Let's see. Number one there, number one there, number one there. He's he's the best in the game right now. Oh. Birch, I'll be your artist. You jank too much, dude. Trying to make this beautiful. You're good at Windows Paint, Tails. Keza, I've always wanted to ask about your opinions on the competitors, Riders Republic and Descenders. Are you talking to me or are you talking about chat? If you're talking to me, I can ramble on about the competitors. I need new music while I wait for you to respond. This album has ended. Let's go for the latest Bon Iver. Talking to you? All right. All right, let's talk about competitors. Let's talk about it. I think, a lot of the differences. Let me gather my thoughts. I think a lot of this is true for all the competitors. So I will kind of put them all into a singular box, and then I can talk about specific ones. And just a disclaimer, I have played Decembers recently, like within the last couple days. So that is fresh in my mind. I've played Maverick somewhat recently. Last update, August-ish, end of August. I haven't played Riders Republic in years. I played it when it first came out. I played a ton of it the first couple months it was out, but I haven't touched it since. So if things have changed a lot drastically since those first couple months, then excuse me for being incorrect. But I think what all of those games failed to do is capture the essence of real mountain bike riding. Real mountain bike riding is on rough terrain. It's not on smooth trails all the time. You know, even our smoothest trail in this is probably this one. But if you look at the trail itself, there's still bumps and little things here and there. And, you know, I feel like the other games, if you really pay attention to them when you play, I think some of them do a good job of disguising it. But if you really pay attention to like the surface of the ground in those games, they're all extremely smooth. That's not how mountain biking is. You know, you don't mountain bike on perfectly smooth trails all the time. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you're at a bike park that just put up a new trail and it's perfectly groomed and smooth and nice. But like right here, look at all these little bumps and things tossing you around. Even the turns here, kind of bumpy. I need to talk to Cedric too and like try to start adding some ruts and other things to make it even, step it up even more. But I think that's one of the main differences. And kind of what I think the other games lacked was just the trails didn't feel like real mountain bike trails that I ride. They feel like big jump lines and as I hit a big jump. You know, that was one thing. So we're trying to focus on making kind of more realistic trails. Like I think over here is a good example. Like this trail to me feels like a trail that I would ride in real life. Like it's pretty chill, single track. It's got some rocks and some roots and it's tight, it's narrow. This is my kind of jam in real life. And we're trying to make that kind of riding fun. I feel like some of the other games, it's only fun if you're just like hitting big gaps and huge jumps and throwing big tricks. And so that's the biggest main thing for me is the physics. And then some of the games have like physics things about it that are specific to each game that drive me nuts. Like I think Descenders is too slippery to my liking. Like I don't feel like I slip around that much on my bike in real life. I know I don't. I definitely don't. So there's that. What was the next point I was going to make? The other one is the physics. I mean, other parts of the physics, not so much the trails, but like the free physics, throwing the bike around and just kind of the playfulness of it, how quickly it reacts. It's not animation based. Some of the other competitors are animation based. So, you know, you have to do a certain button input combination or like move the sticks in a certain combination to do a certain thing. And then it plays an animation. And that always kind of feels delayed a little bit. So we didn't love that. And then racing is the other huge one. The best mountain bike game that has racing the proper way, in my opinion, is Lonely Mountains Downhill. That game's very arcadey, top down. Great game, by the way. But it's just different styles. And, you know, it's not meant to be first person or anything like that. So that's another big one is having proper racing. You know, like other games have racing, Riders Republic, but they got the mass races. It's like, that's not how downhill racing works. Same with, you know, the only game that's kind of doing it correctly, I would say, would be Lonely Mountains, and Mavericks has it too. But the problem, well, we don't need to go into detail there, but the trail, you know, the same issue I said with the trails before kind of carries over to Mavericks. Like they don't have tech riding. You can't really ride over the rocks and there's no roots and that just doesn't work. So, you know, while the racing format is cool, like the trails and the gameplay itself is lacking a little bit. What else? I mean, those are the main things. You know, I when I play those other mountain bike games, it doesn't feel like the kind of mountain biking I do. I've never played a mountain biking game on the market, and I was like, oh yeah, this reminds me of being on my mountain bike, like average Joe riding mountain bikes or whatever, or even trying to like replicate pros riding UCI downhill tracks. Like I've never played a game, and I was like, ooh, it feels like that. And that's kind of what we're trying to do is replicate that kind of vibe and feeling and whatever. Hopefully that answered your question. It's kind of long. Let me catch up on chat now. No competition physics-wise compared to this game, says Adam. Not even close. Thank you. Appreciate that. And that was kind of our most... We knew the most important thing was physics. That's why the first, 5-6 months of... I mean, I don't know, 4 months of working on this game was basically all working on physics. Tuna says this is the first mountain bike game that actually looked fun, and it is. Thank you. I hate the second booter on the trail. Yeah, that second booter's tough, actually. Maybe we should close that gap a little bit. It's just hard to... I think if you're newer at the game, that trail feels like a kind of a newer, beginnerish trail, except for that booter. feel like that booter's really hard for people. So I think that kind of screws up the beginnerness of that trail. Other mountain bike games didn't give the sensation of riding in real life like this does. Adam says, "Yeah, thanks. That's what we're going for." Keza, I see where you're coming from, but in Descenders, may I ask how many hours you have? Not a ton. You're gonna be like, it's a skill issue. Here's the problem with Descenders is I play it and I rage quit because it drives me nuts and it's very frustrating. And I want to make a game that doesn't feel like that. Let me pull up Steam and tell you how many hours I have. Where's Descenders? Only 14 hours in that game. Like I said, I try to play it all the time, and I end up just rage quitting because it's like this isn't how bikes feel. Like that, it just I can't stay in it for a long period of time. What else? Have you been into any other sort of games, competitive or not? I mean, I've been playing video games since I was like 6 years old, probably. Been into a ton of games. I don't know if I've been competitive at any of them. I mean, Mad Skills I've probably been the best at. There were times when I could be top 100 in the world when there's millions of people playing. That's pretty decent. Some of your points in Descenders get eliminated with experience. So I'm just wondering how many hours. Yeah, I'm sure I could get way better, but I watch even the best players play Descenders, and it's still too slippery and doesn't act like a real bike acts. So I know, I could get better at it if I tried harder and all that, but I think at the end of the day, even if I was a pro level Descenders player, it still wouldn't feel to me like a mountain bike feels. I also think the career mode is not my style. It's like survival. You have lives and you're just trying to get to the end of procedurally generated tracks. I think procedurally generated stuff isn't very satisfying. It's definitely not as good as like a hand-built trail, in my opinion. I would rather play a trail that Antgrass, put hours of dedication and time into, and then some procedurally generated thing a computer made. And the modding community in Descenders is awesome too. Like I get into a mod map and I'm like, man, this map is sick. I wish I could play it with different physics. That's gonna. What is procedurally generated? Yeah, it means like every time you load up the level, it's gonna be a little bit different, and it's just, I don't know. I guess it's like kind of computer generated type thing. One thing procedurally generated is good for is replayability. Like every time you play, it's going to be a little bit different, and there's going to be new things. And if you play the career mode 100 times, you're not playing the exact same thing over and over and over again. But that's only good if the procedurally generated levels are fun and engaging. And I think they're not really super fun and engaging. Kind of boring, flat. I don't know. I'm also excited for like the open world aspect of this game. I know we're not the first game to do that, and Mavericks is kind of doing that vibe. Riders Republic too, but I think kind of sticking to only mountain bikes and focusing on like an open world kind of bike park thing and trying to just have fun with it and hide a bunch of Easter eggs and do silly stuff. I'm really excited for that part of this game too. But the biggest and most important one's gameplay. None of the other mountain bike games felt like mountain biking to me. I know they're mountain bike themed, and they've got correlations to mountain biking, but none of them was like, oh yeah, this is what mountain biking is like. Thought I could avoid that tree, maybe. That was a bummer. I'd love to see some of the modders from Descenders come over. Well, we got Antgrass already. I'm sure more will too. And we're in Unity, so if modders really wanted to, I'm sure they could adapt their Descender stuff to this game pretty easily. Wicking on board? Yeah, I've heard he's amazing. The youngsters would call it AI, says Bircho. Yeah, they probably would. Maverick's open world feels empty, though. Yeah, does feel a little bit empty. I mean, our feels kind of empty right now, too. All right, let's see. What time is it? I haven't eaten lunch and it's 1:30. Starting to get hungry. But I'm more hungry for a fast time. Which we're getting closer. I feel like I'm getting more consistent. Getting there. Wasn't the smoothest line through there, but it's a line. You know, I think really in these kind of games, I think what's the most important thing is the gameplay and the physics. Like, you know, look at all the motocross games we have. You got MX Bikes, MX Simulator, MX vs. ATV, MXGP, Supercross the game. Lots of choices, but they all feel a little bit different. And I think people kind of lean towards the one that has the physics that are the best suited for their personal preferences. Same with shooters. Like there's so many first person shooters out there, and I feel like it's the same thing. Like, you know, if you want the super arcadey thing, you go with Call of Duty. If you want maybe like a simcade but leaning still kind of arcadey, maybe you play Battlefield. If you want like hardcore simulator, maybe you play Escape from Tarkov. You know, and I feel like mountain bike games are starting to, you know, there's a bunch out there, and I think it'll be the same kind of thing. Like, you know, maybe Riders Republic's the most arcadey, and then maybe there's Descenders, and then Mavericks, and then maybe Cranked feels the most realistic, but not still being a simulator. I don't know. I feel like there's just kind of different levels of arcadiness, and people just kind of pick with the one that they like the most. I will say this game's very easy to learn. It's easy to play right off the bat, which is what we wanted. It's hard to make a game that's very easy to play at the start, but also has a lot of skill gaps and a lot of like nuances in the physics. But I feel like that's one thing that the Mad Skills games are always really good at. They're always super easy to learn, but hard to master. I mean, so hard to master in so many nuances that we would get emails from players basically on a daily basis saying the top players are cheating. I have the same bike as them, but they're so much faster. You need to look in and ban this guy and blah, blah, blah. Like, so many people email us saying that, and it's like, nope, they're just really good at the game. Like, that's the skill gap for you. You suck. Get better. Yeah, should be interesting. Motocross the game develops. Yeah, I'm more excited for Michael Hodges' game though. Which I don't know if he's announced a name for it yet. I've seen, yeah, I don't know. I think Motocross the game will be too hardcore for me. I've heard them say things like they want it to take over 100 hours to get good at the game, to be able to do a lap without crashing. I'm not down to like study a game and play it for 100 hours before I can start having fun. That to me isn't fun. MX Bikes probably took me, I mean, MX Bikes is hard, but it sounds like Motocross the game wants it to be even harder and more simmy. I like to be able to kind of learn the basics early and then, you know, take 100 hours to get good at the game and master the game. That's what I like. Slowed down too much there, but I think we can pull it back. Wrong line. Oh, that was a horrible turn. I want to know if that little scrub, the wheelie scrub there, actually gains you any time at all. It feels like it gives you some forward momentum that you wouldn't otherwise get. So I feel like it does, but I don't know how much. Man. Urgh. Drive me nuts. The new motocross game. These new motocross games suck. I just want Reflex Remastered. Yeah. Don't you know the guys creating Motocross the game? That one's looking good so far. I don't know them personally. I know of them, and I've seen some things. But this game has a huge skill ceiling still. Yeah, it does, which is what we wanted. I think we nailed it. Tails is cheating. He probably is though. He's a programmer, so I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, right, Tails. 100 hours lap without crashing. Yeah, no thanks. Adam says your laptop is a potato, so you won't be able to play. How much of a potato? Because this thing does run pretty potatoy stuff. Unless you're talking about a different game. I saw their pitch deck, you know, from them pitching to publishers and stuff. Kind of went around. So maybe it was some insider stuff, but in their pitch deck that they're pitching to publishers, it said something about 100 hours. 100 hours to like get good at the game, and 100. I think the wording was like it might take you 100 plus hours to do a lap without crashing. Adam says it took me 40 hours plus to ride in a straight line in MX Sim. Yeah, that's hard. I feel like the MX simulators, the slow speed riding is always super hard. Once you get up to speed, it feels a little bit better. But I think riding a dirt bike in real life took me less time to learn than it did in MX bikes. MTG, my laptop won't be able to play it. Ah, yeah, I see. I felt fast. Come on. I think I missed the gate. Nope. Oh, but we hit the root. That was a good start. Ooh, into the roots. That was sketchy. All right, here we go. Missed my line. It's kind of funny, you know, we get that question all day, every day. It's like about Descenders and how is this different? And then a publisher was emailing me the other day because they're playing the game and trying it out, and they emailed me and asked, you know, some of the teams are wondering how this differs from Descenders. And I was like, oh, here we go. Everyone wants to know. Because you just can't escape it when there's a very popular mountain bike game out there and you make a new mountain bike game. Everyone's going to naturally compare you. That was a cool line. I like that line. Didn't mean to do it. Oh, okay. There we go. See if we can not screw this turn up. I don't know why it's been giving me issues today. Oh, come on. Get in there. Oh, that was sketch. Still up. Man, that was going to be a good run. I think we're still good. Boom. What are we at? 202? Not bad, not bad. Oh, nice job. Nice PB. Thanks, guys. Thanks. All right. What are we at? 202. We got to get under 2. If we would have nailed that, I mean, how many seconds you guys think I lose case in that last section? It's got to be at least a few seconds. At least 2-3 seconds, I think. Probably more, because all the momentum you carry down in that bottom section. I think we would have been sub 2 there if I wouldn't have messed up the last wood section. Five to 6, that's tails. Yeah, you're probably right. You know better than anyone, I think. How about the stees? You know, like throwing some whips up in here. We'll bring it back. Remember, we screwed up the last section, so we don't have to worry too much about the top sections. As long as we're in touch. Oh, it's so fun to do that wheelie scrub. Oh, come on. No. keep screwing it up. I gotta get the 159 club, dude. I have to. Can wheelie scrub like 2 before the woods as well, but I don't know if it's faster. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, those little bumps. Why even try jumping at 43 speed, though? Where was I jumping at 43 speed? Talking about like the... Tell me, Tails, what am I doing wrong, dude? Table gap? The gaps after last rock garden? I don't know, dude. I like to boost the one. I don't boost the second one, though. I like to boost the other one because I feel like you kind of clear this little knuckle, and I don't know. In my head, it feels like it would be faster since in the air is a little faster. More airtime, more better, right? Oh, that was fast until it wasn't. Yeah, but if you land on the upslope of that little... Yeah, then you're dead, which is risky. I gotta not boost the second one, but I like to boost the first one. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. It's probably too dangerous. Especially if I'm on a good run and I'm going even faster. It's probably just not worth the risk. Man, I wish we had stats, Adam. That's one thing it'd be fun to add like earlier than later, because then you can kind of see lifetime. But I'd love to see like how many attempts I've got on a trail, how many miles I've ridden in total, how many hours I've played. How many flips you've done, like all that kind of stuff would be cool. See, we need an intern. I'd be like, dude, just come up with 25 stats to put in a player profile. Go. Oh, I've for sure done on this trail alone thousands, I think. At least 1,000 sims, I would say. Mad Skills always told you like your attempts and jams and stuff, and I mean I'd usually do a few hundred on a typical jam, 400 or 500 attempts. Some people would do thousands. They'd share screenshots and they'd have like 4,000 attempts in one jam track. It's like, holy, that is crazy. Nope. Anyone done a full loop yet? Do you think if you could like bomb the hill and then get into there somehow, you could do a full loop? There's a challenge for someone. I don't know if the physics allow for it. I don't see why they wouldn't, but maybe they don't. Come on. It's not possible. Yeah. Ooh. Like that line. Bummer. Gotta get something here. What is this, like a 3-hour stream of improving my time by less than a second? Cool. Really fun and entertaining, Joe. You're doing a great job. Did you ever live outside the U.S.? Just wondered, as you have an international team. It's an interesting question. I guess it depends on live outside the U.S. I guess I've been deployed to Iraq a couple times. So I've spent over 2 years of my life living in Iraq. But that isn't really living. I don't know. Does that count? Probably not. But other than that, no. I've lived in Illinois, Texas, and New Mexico. And I've spent time in Kuwait, Iraq. And that's about it, really, for other countries. Yeah, I think I've done... First deployment was 15 months in Iraq. Second deployment was 12 months. So I've done a little over 2 years in Iraq. In a pointless war, to be honest with you. But I joined when I was 18, young and dumb. Ah. Will we ever see a Hawaii volcano map? I don't know. Maybe a modder can make a Hawaii volcano map. It could be interesting. Bunch of like lava rock. You flat tires everywhere. Oh, come on. Stay good. That felt really fast. But it wasn't. Boom. 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 Uh-oh. Coming in hot. That was actually pretty good. Other than the last bit, but came in there fast. I feel like I'm cruising right now. Of course, right into a tree. Dude, lava outrun mode. Birchall's been talking about a lava outrun mode in Mad Skills forever. I think it's finally coming soon. Isn't it going to be in like a next season or two, Jens? All you had to do is get me to leave the company, and now you guys are making it happen. Oh, that was blazing. Oh, why did I do that? Escape the Jake, which is almost... Oh, okay. They better fix up Jake, Hinge. You better be my... You better make sure they fix up Jake, because Jake is janky right now. They need to fix Jake up if it's going to be Escape from Jake. Which honestly sounds fun, but it also sounds kind of mean. Like, it makes Jake like a monster. Like, I don't want to escape from Jake. I want Jake to catch me and cuddle with me. If that's fun, I'll insist on lava. Yeah, good. They definitely need to fix him up. He's way too janky. Like, it almost makes you wonder that they test it. Like maybe I should have spoke up, but whatever. I have a habit of missing the final timing gates on the easiest of sections. Same. That's always when you get screwed up, is like a place you've never made a mistake before. On a good run, you'll make a mistake. Too janky for you, Jens. That's pretty janky. Speedrun fatigue, just watching. I'm getting fatigued. I think I'm going to call it here soon so I can go eat something. I just want to get a little bit better of a time. I think we can get under 2. I know I can. Usually I would just play on my own or in Discord, but I figure like now every time I play I'll just fire up a stream, because then we can at least get like a recording of it, use it for content later. So I'll probably start streaming a lot more often. Need to figure out ways to make them slightly more entertaining than me just doing bad runs the whole time. Need to come at a better angle there. That's the other thing about this game. It's like, and that compares to other games, is line choice. I feel like line choice is more important in this game with all attack and everything. And line choice is important in some of the other games too, but I feel like it's been taken up a notch in this game. Where the games with all the smooth trails, it's like the left side of the trail smooth, the right side of the trail smooth, the middle part of the trail smooth. It's like, who cares? Just go anywhere. I feel like Riders Republic skill gap wasn't huge. Like, I remember playing that in the beginning, doing the mass races, and I would just like win majority of the mass races. And it's not like I would put a bunch of time in. It was amazing at the game. It was just like, I don't know. Felt like the level of mastery there was not big enough to keep me interested. So I think it's important. You gotta have easy to learn, so you hook people right away. But you gotta feel like you're always improving. You can always get a little better, a little bit faster. I think that's the key. A little sloppy. Let's pull it together. Nope. Getting different players with different styles on the stream might make some more interesting, even though I could listen and watch this all day. Yeah, that's a good point. Thing is, if I get other people on, I need to figure out a way to like capture their screen. I mean, I guess if you were sharing in Discord, then I can screen cap Discord, but the quality won't be nearly as good. But I do agree that like getting other people on to see different styles would be fun. Alright. Oh, I think I screwed it up. Nope. Yep. Trying to hit, like I want to just barely get in that marker so I can set up a wide turn for the next one. My most played game of all time? It's a good question. I think it's probably PUBG. I don't play it anymore, but let me just look real quick. Can I sort? Can you sort by most played in Steam? That'd be cool if you could. I don't know if I can. Sort by recent activity? No. Let me just look through real fast. I guess I could just share my what I'm looking at. You guys can see the games I play. Here we go. Hopefully this isn't sharing anything I shouldn't be sharing. I don't think so. What do we got? 4 hours there. Only a couple hours there. Not a ton of MX bikes. 40 hours ish. Haven't played much of those games. Beat this game in 5 hours. Haven't played a ton of that. Haven't played much of that. Here we go. PUBG. So this one's 450. I probably deleted the other versions because there was like the PUBG where, let me see if it's still hiding in here somewhere. But I used to have like I might have removed them. But I have like hundreds of hours in like the playtest PUBG thing. Here we go. What is there? 46 there. There was 400 here. And then there was another version somewhere. Oh, hidden. 23. So what? 23. That's 60. I don't know. Over 500 hours. Maybe that's the game I have the most playtime in. Mad Skills for sure, but I don't know how many hours I have in Mad Skills. What else have I played a lot of? I played a lot of iRacing back in the day, but not on Steam, so it wouldn't show up here. How many I got in these? Probably not a ton. 20 hours in Liftoff. Used to play a lot of Counter-Strike, but that was like on an old computer. So most of these are probably not. What else have I played a lot of? Used to play a lot of this, but that was on Xbox. Maybe I was playing this game on. Not too much squad. 70 hours there. Love Battlefield games. Most of the Battlefield I played was probably on Xbox. Yeah, I think a lot of these games I don't have a ton of time in. I get bored easily, so I might play. This game's actually pretty fun, and they're making an iRacing version. So like Circuit Superstars and iRacing teamed up, and they're making like an arcadey iRacing. I'm excited for that. Starfield I beat. Oh, well, it took me 34 hours. What else? What else? What else would I have a lot of time in? Probably not too much here. Yeah. Probably not even that much here. 4 hours. I feel like maybe, yeah. I feel like I've played it more. I wonder if there was like a beta version before and that logged differently. Reflex 12 hours. Yeah, I think PUBG. PUBG's probably the winner. We've gotten skate so far, 7 hours. Yeah, I think PUBG. Never got into shooters. Just anything reminds me of mountain bike and MX games. Yeah, I've been big into shooters and then action sports games and sports games in general. Not so much team sports games, but sometimes I'll play like a golf game or Something like that. Probably played a ton of Tony Hawk Pro Skater if I could log all those hours in my life since I was a kid. Yeah, I don't stick with games for crazy amounts of time. I feel like I get bored easily and then I move on to the next thing. Ollie. I play anything. Got 4,000 hours in Rust, 1,800 in Siege, and like 600 in Descenders, but now Cranked has taken over. Nice. Dude, I'm trying to play Descenders more to like really kind of learn it and get better at it, but like I said, I just get frustrated and I end up rage quitting. 15,000 in Trackmania? Dude, how many days is that? I went through a phase maybe like a year or two ago where I kind of took like a year or two off games as well. Kind of was getting burnt out and just stopped. Played a lot of Call of Duty in my day too. Is your Mad Skills Chasing the Dream still playable? Probably. How far was the build compared to Cranked now? I think Cranked is probably further along than Mad Skills Chasing the Dream was. Definitely. No one was ever working on it full time. It was always like Hodge and his team working on it part time, and then we were like just trying to get the publisher deals for them and kind of do the outreach and stuff. So it moved a lot slower just because, you know, all those guys had full time jobs and they were working on it in their spare time. There we go. This is lined up perfectly. Then I missed the line, but we're good. Did I hit that gate? I hope so. Yeah. Nope. I dabble with the monthly subscription. Really put you off? For what? For Trackmania? Oh, since 2010. Okay, it's 1,000 hours a year. This game is the only time I've legit been into a game to grind. Just joined a community for a game. Plus joined a community for a game. Never played multiplayer anything. Isn't the new Trackmania, isn't it only like, I think the price came down. Isn't it like 25 bucks a year or something? Like it's not that much money for the subscription. Oh, I was into Tarkov a lot. I wonder how many hours I have in that. I'd have to boot up the Tarkov launcher, which I don't even have installed right now. But I was definitely into that for a long time. Back in the early days, well, earlier days, probably 5-6 years ago. I bought a PC because of PUBG. Like that, when PUBG first came out, I built my first PC and got hooked. Another game that just is super suspenseful, especially when it was new, like the suspense you'd get. And oh man, that was fast. Yeah, I think it used to be like, wasn't it like $60 a year back in the day when it was new? Now I think it's come down. But yeah, it was more expensive when it first launched. I want to make this game and play this game the rest of my life and be done with games. Just kidding. I'm actually really excited for the new Battlefield. That's like next month, isn't it? It's October 10th. Oh, I think Brian will be here then. So Brian, the last 2 days you'll be here, I'll be busy playing Battlefield. You'll have to just find something else to do. Just kidding. I'd rather hang out with you than play Battlefield. Brian and I are trying to figure out what kind of like streams we should do when he's here, because we'll be together in person and we're not typically together in person. So if you guys have any ideas, I think we'll do one where it's just us not playing at all and we're just kind of hanging out doing a Q&A. So, you know, prepare your questions for Brian and I if we do a Q&A live stream. I think we'll just like hang out by a bonfire out back and have a beer and pop open a live stream and talk to you guys. We'll try to do it at a time where more people can join. So maybe like 3 in the afternoon, my time. That'd probably be like 10ish Europe. So we could do like a little late night, maybe like a 1-hour Q&A. Keep it shortish so that people will be more inclined to watch the replay of it. I think if it's like 2 to 3 hours, people see that they're like, nah. I feel like if it's 50 minutes or an hour, that's like that's not bad. Oops. How long have we been going here? 2:53. 7 minutes, it'll be 3 hours. Maybe I'll cut it then. I keep just saying I'm going to be done, and then it's like I don't want to be done because I want to get a faster time. It's like I like to nosedive that, try to avoid that root. I think that was out. Nope, we're in. Maybe the back tire. I need a Zach. Is it both tires or just one tire? That needs to go through the gates. How is that not up? Alright, best run we've had in a while. See if we can clutch the ending here. Nope. Bummer. Let me show you guys the good line actually. It's over here. You guys ready for this? This is the good line. Where did that tree come from? I do need some food. That's probably why I'm doing so bad. My blood sugar's getting low and my reflexes are dying. Come on. Avoid the root. There we go. Too slow. Good night, Yens. Sweet dreams. I don't even think my mom tuned in. That's why I'm not doing good. Some BS, Mom. What you up to? She'll rewatch this later though, watch. She always does. We in? Oh, that was close. Hit the brakes, hit the brakes. There, that was good actually. Oh, that was sick. Okay. Still okay. Come on, let's end on a high note. Let's get this. My hands are sweaty. Doesn't help. Come on, come on, come on. I missed the hump. I missed the hump. I'm going too far left out of there. I used to go too far right, and now I'm overcompensating going too far left. I gotta chill out. I think it's better. All right, well, we'll end on that. That was a decent run. See where we're at. Didn't move up at all. Didn't even get into the under twos, which is a bummer, but we're getting better. Might play more later. Maybe next time I'll do it in Discord. We can just hang out and talk to you guys directly instead of through chat. All right, thanks guys for hanging out. Yeah, hopefully this wasn't too boring. I'll start doing more of these, but if you have any ideas to make it more interesting, let me know in Discord. See you guys later.